Hi, everyone, and welcome to the weekly healing circle. And I thought, today we would do a session on money woes. So, whatever stuff you have around money, we can kind of work on that. So, uh, so just take a pen and paper. And what I want you to do is when you think of the word money, whatever comes up for you, just write it down and just take like 1 minute to do that very quickly. You could just write down words. And especially what I want you to write down is things which are causing you to have that emotional reaction, like a knee-jerk reaction. So just write down whatever comes up for you when you hear the word money. And you can feel free to put those words in the chat as well, because then we can include that during the chat session that we do. Okay, anxiety, what else? Money is joy. Good, good. So whatever are your thoughts when you think of the word money, you can say. Now, when you hear the word spending money, then whatever comes up for you, just write it down. Spending money, spending money. So whenever you hear the word spending money, just write it down. Who's giving me money to spend? Good one, Shifra. Um, then when you think of credit card, what are the things in your head? Credit card or even debt, investments. When you think of investment, what are the things that come to mind? Okay, good. Now, what I also want you to do is I want you to write down what are your top three money goals, top three money targets. Write that down. Okay. Now, what we are going to do is that everything that everyone has written on their piece of paper, we are going to put that in a basket and imagine that, the basket is in the center of the circle and we all are in the circle. And that's why it's called the money circle. Okay. And whatever is put in the center of the circle plus whatever you have written in the chat, we are going to call it as this. So every time I say this, it includes what everyone has written down, okay? You can also include anyone you want to in this healing, okay? And what we are going to do is we are going to go through a process called Tapas Acupressure Technique. And for that, if you you need to put your hands in the tat pose. So basically what happens is that, we are activating the meridians, and then we go through these steps. So what this is like a really powerful process, and what it does is that it kind of changes your points of views, your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions. And today the topic is money woes. So you can write down, apart from whatever we have already written, you can also write down what are, where you are struggling with money. You can write that down too. And also write down what are your goals. So, like I normally like to have people make two columns. I don't want, and in that column you can write down all your money woes, and then next to that write down a column called I do want. So if you've written I don't want to have credit card debt, so what do you want? I want to be able to pay off all that credit card debt easily and effortlessly. You can write it down in that way. Okay, so now we are going to go through the process of TAT. So here you're going to take the ring finger and your thumb, and you're going to put it like this. And the middle finger will go in the middle of your forehead, right between your eyebrows. And the other hand goes behind your head like that. Okay. Now I'm going to read out the steps. So while I'm reading, you just keep holding the pose. You don't have to repeat it loudly. You can just, listen to what I'm saying, or if it works for you, say it slowly in your mind, okay? The stopper thoughts. This will never work for me. This protocol is too easy to be of any value. It might work for other people, but not for me. This issue is too big for this protocol to help. Nothing can change this. Nothing else has worked for this, and this protocol won't either. And relax. So normally what happens is when you are holding the pose and you hear the statements, it kind of, your energy system kind of relaxes, the energy in your meridians gets balanced. So it's almost like, you're changing your perspective on things, okay? And we normally hold the pose for around 30 seconds to 1 minute, or till you see a reaction in your body. So it could be like you could feel your body relax, or it might be a sigh, or it might be a burp, or you might hear your stomach rumbling, or you might start yawning, or your eyes are watering. Whatever it is, every person has their own individual thing. And if you don't perceive any of this, you can hold it from 30 seconds to 1 minute. Okay. And normally when we do it in a group, I'm kind of tapping into the group energy, and I hold it for as long as everyone requires it. And then I ask people to relax. Okay. Now you're going to switch your hand. So the hand which was in the front will go to the back, and the hand which was at the back will come to the front. Again, you're holding the pose. The intention for this session, this healing is on behalf of me, my family, my ancestors, all parts of me, my conscious and subconscious mind, all points of view I've ever held, every manifestation of my being in all times and all dimensions, all beings involved, and all beings who would like to benefit from this healing. This healing will happen safely and easily. And relax. Now switch your hands. So again, the hand which was at the back goes in the front, and vice versa. This protocol is easy and could work and be of great value. I now choose to accept life, love, health, and healing. and relax. So basically, the first thing, which was the stopper thoughts, these are the doubts in our head, whether this thing is going to work or not. So it handles that. Okay. Then we are setting the intention for the healing. And then once, we've handled the stopper thoughts, we are allowing the belief to show up that this protocol could work for us. Okay. Now, today's session is going to be a little different in a way that, if any of you wants to talk, I invite you to just unmute yourself and talk. So as we are going through the steps also, you can just unmute yourself and talk. But let us first do step 1 and step 2, and then after that, I will open up the floor and you can unmute yourself and talk. So, uh, so everything that you have written down, we put it in the basket and we are calling it as this. So now as I go through the steps of that, when you say this, it includes what everyone has put in. And why I love this process is because we are working in a group, and it's like, everything that you write in the group energy, it changes really fast. Okay. So put your hands in the pose again. Everything that led up to my resonating, identifying, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. And I no longer resonate, identify, or connect with this. And relax. Now, if there is anybody who has something very strongly coming up, just unmute yourself and you can speak. Anybody wants to talk?
I want more money coming in than going out.
Okay, so let's put our hands in the pose. I want more money coming in than going out. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. Anyone else has anything?
I have
I want to actualize 12K this month.
Okay. So I want to actualize 12K this month. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. So, when we have something negative, as in, I'm worried about money. So, when you hold your hands in the pose, then what you're doing is you are clearing that worry around money. Okay. Now, if you have something like this, I want to actualize 12K this month. So, when you hold your hands in the pose, you will have all the yes, but thoughts come up, which is like, I want to have 12K this month. Yes, but how is it going to come? I don't have enough clients, or I'm working at a job and I only get paid $5,000 or whatever, all that will come up. Yeah, just unmute yourself and speak. So, that's how the
want to say something.
positive statements come up. So it's Gayatri first and then Camellia. Yes, Gayatri, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. So if I put some part of my money in building a house,
Hmm.
I will have less freedom with money. My money will be locked. It's like, yeah.
Okay. So everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened, it's over. I'm okay. I can relax now, and I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. Yes, Camelia.
I noticed that I hate money. And I am so sick of this eagerness for money and working for money that is blocking me completely.
Okay. So everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened, it's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. How is it now, Camelia? What is the thought now?
Like a turmoil in my stomach.
Okay. But what's the thought in your head?
No thoughts.
Okay. So all this turmoil in my stomach happened. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax.
I want to say,
What is it?
even though I have more money coming in, but I still live in scarcity.
Okay. So even though I have more money coming in, I still live in scarcity. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, or connect with this. And relax. Yes, Anju, go ahead. Just unmute yourself and speak.
Um, the money that people owe me are not giving it back, and that makes me anxious all the time.
Okay. So everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. So have you all noticed that, as we are doing, I'm basically just doing these two statements with everything that you're saying. So as soon as we do the two statements, have you noticed that, that belief immediately changes? And then what happens is what is underneath that kind of shows up. Okay. And so even though, I'm not saying exactly what has come up for you, but if you keep holding your hands in the pose and just keep following along, whatever is coming up for you also will kind of clear for you. Okay. So now I'll just continue. I'll go on to the next step. So put your hands in the pose. All the places in my mind, body, and life where this has been stored are healing now. And again, this means everything that you have written in the paper. Plus, you can keep adding to that paper. Switch your hands. All the origins of this are healing now. And relax. Okay. Now, does anybody else have anything to say? Like if something is coming up for you?
I want to, because it's tormenting me, this thought. If everybody wants so much money, and how we will get money? From whom? Only
Okay.
people can give you money, and they all want money.
Okay. So put your hands in the pose. This thought is tormenting me. If everybody wants money, then from whom they will get? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. Now, what's the thought?
How come everyone else is making more money than me and I am more motivated than them?
Okay, that's a good one. So put your hands in the pose. How come everyone else is making more money than me and I'm more motivated than them? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with. Yes. Anyone else?
Yes, Nilofer, this is Gurjeet. And the one that comes up for me is that why do I have such a huge resistance to making more money?
Ah, that's a good one. Put your hands in the pose. Why do I have such a huge resistance to making more money? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. And relax. And also, what I want you to do is I want you to skim through your list and see if, some of those things have dissipated. And you may not notice it right away. It might show up in a little while. The other thing that I would highly recommend you do is like you can listen to this and follow along with this every day for the next 1 week. And purely on this topic around money. Also, what you can do is you can write down whatever your money target is and then do the step 1 and 2 on it, like everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with having this money target happened. And then this happened, it's over, I'm okay, I can relax now. So keep doing that, include that in your TAT every single day and just do step 1 and 2 and see what starts to shift. Are you receiving more money, or are you becoming aware of how much money you actually have, or are you discovering more money that you actually have? All those interesting things actually start to happen. Like I shared last time, I suddenly found like $3,000 in one of my PayPal accounts and I was like, wow, that's amazing kind of thing. Okay. So, anybody else has anything you want to say?
I have a good one.
Yeah.
How come people are spending money with other people when they know I do the same thing?
That's a good one. Put your hands in the pose. How come people are spending money with other people when they know that I do the same thing? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. All this happened. It's over. I'm okay, I can relax now, and I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. Relax. Now, I'll go through the rest of the steps, okay? Put your hands in the...
Nilofer, can we please add one thing? If I
Sure.
run out of money, I lose freedom.
Good one. If I run out of money, I lose freedom. Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this.
That was a good one. I have a really good one again. How come when I ask for a money miracle, it only comes in small amounts and not big amounts?
Okay, so put your hands in the pose. How come when I ask for money miracles, it only comes in small amounts and not big amounts? Everything that led up to my identifying, resonating, and connecting with this happened. Switch your hands. This happened. It's over. I'm okay. I can relax now. And I no longer identify, resonate, and connect with this. Hey, Shifra, I have a great story to tell. Like my mom just shared it. So, someone we know, their father-in-law died. And this is a story from a few years back. And, after he died, he had this small room, and they opened the room and they found like piles and piles and piles of money there. And then, they were like three siblings, so two brothers and one sister. And basically, the two brothers, they split up the money. And one of the brothers is not married, doesn't have kids. So his sister's son got all the money, or he's the heir to that money. And it's almost like $1 million. So I was joking with my mom. I said, Mom, how come I don't have any relatives who can leave me that kind of money? So, I mean, I just found it amusing that, that conversation showed up just before we had the call today. But anyway, I'm going to hurry through because we just have 10 more minutes in which we have to wrap up. So put your hands in the pose. All the parts of me that have been involved in, all the communications and connections related to this are completing now. Switch your hands. I forgive everyone who hurt me related to this and wish them love, happiness, and peace. Switch your hands. I apologize to everyone I hurt related to this and wish them love, happiness, and peace. Switch your hands. I forgive everyone I blamed for this, including God and myself. And relax for a moment. If you have water, just drink some water. It's always good to keep yourself hydrated. The energy moves well through your system when you are hydrated. Okay? And continuing, put your hands in the pose. All the parts of me that have been involved in this are healing now. Switch your hands. Whatever is left about this is healing now. And relax. So now, till now, we were like, clearing all those limiting beliefs we had. So it's like a delete, 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 delete. So now is a time at which, we put in some new beliefs. So what are some of your choice statements? So, I'm just going to leave it open. So everyone just make a choice statement, and one after the other, you can just say your choice statement, okay? So I'm going to start with mine just because, I have it handy with me. And then, you can make up your own and say it aloud. So put your hands in the pose. I choose to have money and I choose to have abundance in everything that I do and everything that I have. Okay, who wants to go next? Just unmute yourself and speak. Just put your hands in the pose and
I always I always have more money than I can count or spend.
that's a good one. I always have more money than I can count or spend. Yeah, who wants to go next?
I choose to have 10 times the amount of money that I have right now in the future.
And in the future. Okay, fantastic. Okay, who wants to go next?
I always have more than enough.
I always have more than enough. Good one.
Yes, this is the
Yeah. Next. Who wants to go next?
I choose never to have fear of money again.
That's that would be more in the steps of the thing. I
Okay.
choose to have ease and peace with money would be a better one. I choose to
Oh,
have
okay.
ease
I choose to have peace and
ease.
ease with money.
I choose to have peace and ease with money. Okay, anybody else has any other
what
choice?
I'm
I choose to
I
earn more than I can ever imagine in every venture that I take on.
Good one. I choose to earn more than I could ever imagine in every venture that I take on.
That's a really good one.
Then the other one is I choose to have never enough money and more money than I can ever spend. That's a familiar one, right? Good one. Okay, relax. So, anybody like wants to quickly share, what did you experience through the whole process? Very quickly, just like in 30 seconds. Anybody wants to share?
I can barely keep my
Yes.
eyes open through all this. They're just closing.
Okay. All right.
I'm just dripping from my eyes and my nose like crazy.
Yeah. So now when you
So
think about
watery.
money, how does it feel?
Lighter?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So just share how does it feel
Achievable,
more?
achievable, not a
Achievable.
distant possible. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Good, good, good.
More
I didn't hear what you
relaxed.
said. What did she say? Oh, more relaxed.
Achievable. Achievable, more
Oh, I
relaxed.
like that. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I just remembered today and I started a note on my phone and I keep on writing everything to include in my list in TAT. So I invite you to do that. Either have a diary or like a note in your phone where you keep writing down your stuff so that, every time that, you do the TAT, you have it handy and you just include that in the session and go ahead from it. So you can watch the replay of this. We also did one on fear, which is really amazing. So, I would highly recommend that everyone watches it. But, don't do the TAT more than once a day. So don't do it today, watch it tomorrow and follow along. Okay. So
Oh, the fear one's so good. So good.
so now let's finish the integration. So put your hands in the pose. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks. Switch your hands. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks. And now, put your fingers on the ears like this. This healing is completely integrated now with my grateful thanks. And relax.
Can I ask you two questions really quickly?
Sure, sure.
Number one, is it possible to put the verbiage in the chat? So, because I didn't write it down, if possible. And the other thing is, when I was watching the fear one yesterday, I had to pause in between because I didn't realize that I was doing things while I was listening to it. I'm like, duh, I have to do the pose. So I'd have to pause. Is that okay to do? Because I kept pausing.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, what I would say to you is set aside time in a day when you're sitting down to do the tat. So before you begin the session, you write down all your stuff. And especially, if you are listening to one which has a particular theme, like today is on money woes, and then yesterday was on fear, then, you will find that your stuff around that thing will show up, but also your regular stuff also you have included in it. Gayatri, go ahead.
Yeah, quick one. Our legs can be crossed.
Actually, better not to, because we are working with the meridian, so we don't want to short circuit the energy clearing.
Okay.
And really hydrate yourself well, like keep drinking water through the session afterwards as well, because you're also going to detox. Okay?
But if you're sitting in the yoga position, that's okay,
Then it's
right?
fine. Then
Like
it's
legs closed, then it's
yeah.
fine. Okay.
Then
If you're
it's
sitting in a chair, then don't cross, correct?
yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
So we will be having these sessions every week on Wednesday, same time. And if you have any ideas for what topics you want me to cover, then you can either email me or message me either in the WhatsApp group or in the Facebook Messenger chat. So thank you, everyone. Thanks. I really love how